got to play this, and you've got to play it alone with your lights turned off and your headphones on. It's like, oh, okay. And he said, and you got to record it when you do it too. Like,
Yeah.
okay. And I still haven't gotten to do it yet. So it's like he asked me whenever he stayed over last night. He said, "So, how's that Freddy thing coming along there? I noticed you haven't put up a video yet." Like, screw you, man. Don't judge me. Okay. All right, that's going to give me plenty of charcoal for a while. Now let's get some wood to actually do stuff with.
I'll be very interested to see what you think. You think about that game because I've seen it.
Mm-hmm. I a little familiar with the premise. I know that you're like a night watchman in something like a Chuck E. Cheese or something with animatronics. And it's kind of like a horror survival type thingy.
Yeah.
And I know that. And that's about all. I've been avoiding videos of it like the plague because I didn't want to spoil it for myself.
Well, that's it. I mean, if you're intending to play it, and you don't, you don't want to compromise that. They've changed the recipe for fence posts, haven't they? Darn it.
Of course, just thinking about the game's already got me creeped out because I swear I just looked over there and there was a wolf staring at me, and then I looked back and it's not one. I think there's a shadowy part of a leaf sitting right above a birch stump that looked kind of like a shaggy white wolf over there.
Right.
Yeah, right.
The recipe for fence posts now is ridiculous.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's no longer like the 6 sticks, that it used to be. Now
No?
it's 2 planks on either side and then 2 sticks in the middle.
So
You get 3 fence posts out of it.
So it's the opposite of a gate.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I suppose
I'm glad you
it does
told me
make
that.
sense, but yeah.
I would have been extremely pissed. I would have been sitting here all day long going, I know this is it. What's going on?
It only gives you 3.
Hmm. How many did it give you before?
Oh, that doesn't work. Darn it. I can't remember.
Neither.
I thought that would have worked. I just nearly fell to my death.
Ouch.
Okay. Solid block there then.
Gotta remember to get my saplings on here. That will help my drop rate as well. I'm not punching wood with saplings.
Right, punching wood with saplings.
Yes, forgetting to punch the leaves with the saplings to make the more saplings fall.
Oh yeah, well that's where you're going wrong then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, it makes a gigantic difference. I'm a firm believer in that. I think we have thoroughly tested it and proven it. Just like, I'm trying to get through y'all's head. There's another, thing like that that's undocumented, and that's if you leave gravel and dirt just floating around where it's going to rot, very shortly you will fall in lava with all your good diamond material on you. And I've noticed that happening constantly, too.
Yeah. Either that or you get pushed into it.
Yay. Wait. Is there a dirt block missing there? Is what?
What? Yes, what's what?
This tree just grew, but it grew and left an empty space underneath it. So the tree's floating in the air 1 block off the ground.
That might just be a visual thing.
No, I was able to throw a block in it just now. Huh. Weird. I blame it on my ghost white wolf.
Yep.
Obviously, there used to be another part of the stump there, and he came along and peed on it and made it disappear.
How on earth am I going to get rabbits up a tower this tall? There's just no way.
Getting them up the tower isn't the problem, but don't you ever try to take them back down.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
Unless you're going to flood the bottom. My lord, nighttime never used to be this short. Daytime never used to be this short.
I know, try and get anything done and that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, one day I'm going to have to actually make me a tree farm and just have it for just trees, because my tree farming method so far is I cut down all the little scrub also-rans.
Yeah.
All the little tiny trees and replant them and all that kind of stuff until they grow up into the big pretty trees, and then I leave them.
So eventually you sort of like not being able to cut down anything.
Yeah, I get this forest of really nice big oak trees everywhere, and my actual trees I cut down get further and further or further away. But my forest looks nice.
Yes, it does.
Very pretty. See, right there is a perfect example of something I have done that people would not realize just how much work's gone into it, because it doesn't look like I've done anything.
That's the best sort, though, isn't it?
But it was actually purposefully and thought out, you know?
Hmm.
There's another one. That tree's floating on. Jeez, what is it with these trees? It's another one. That one had been there for a while. I wonder if an Enderman came along and took that one, because there was another big tree here that's just sitting there floating off the ground.
There's a good chance that's what's happened. If a dirt block is raised by one, then they can pick it up. So
Yeah. To quote Gog, Endermans! Staring at the sky and doing my best James T. Kirk. So you're working on something to slaughter rabbits, are you? Farm rabbits?
I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Okay.
The actual breeding them and separating them is the easy bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's then cooking them or killing them, I suppose. Well, cooking and killing is, I suppose, is the same thing. Just a little click on a dispenser with a bit of lava in it, and it'll cook them.
Mm-hmm.
But softening them so you can just punch them to death, that's a different matter. Not sure how to do that yet.
So do you get XP for killing rabbits?
You know, I do not know.
Or do you just really want the experience of wringing their necks and killing them with your bare hands?
No, it's you get the rare drop of the rabbit's foot.
Ah, you got to kill them yourself to do that?
Yeah, any rare drop, you have to
see.
kill yourself to get them.
Yeah, okay.
But like I say, I don't particularly want a rabbit's foot, and I can't imagine me using it because I don't like the idea of being able to jump 2 blocks high. I'd just kill myself if I started doing like that. That's why I never set a beacon to having a jump boost on the beacon, you know. Which reminds me, I have to go and get the beacon from down below in the hive now, because I finished mining down there. I can move it.
It's like, why, as just a general rule of thumb, me having speed potions is a very bad idea.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Alright, let's see if I've thrown a... Yep. Alrighty.
Grief, I don't realise how far it is around this hive. It takes forever. I'll just go and get something from the warehouse. I've got to run all past the warehouse, all down the corridor, cross the gap, down past the cobblestone warehouse, get to the...
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Same thing with you. Along that discussion, it's going to have to be, you're going to get tired of walking from one side of the hive to the other, and is it going to be worth it to put a spawner and enchantment table on the other side to keep you from having to go across?
I'll certainly put a switch to redirect the mobs to come all the way to you instead of moving to them.
I had one tiny little slime there at the bottom of my steps and dropped 2 slime balls. Overachiever.
Yeah. Overachieve. Yeah, no, that's something I've noticed as well, that they do that now. They'll drop 2. It's a bit strange, isn't it?
Yeah, very. Okay. Alright, don't think I see anything there. However, I've been wanting to fill up my other bucket, so let's do that while we're standing here. And I'm about to go in the nether, so let's do not put a bed on our bar. Because I know how my brain works. You'll say, oh, I'm going nighttime, and I'll go, okay, boom.
Because he basically says, like, I can't record because I'd be a bit too embarrassed because they can hear me and everything, which I understand because, I feel a bit the same with my guests and everything. But,
separate houses.
Yes, totally agree. It was with my mother on one of the trips when we sat on the coach trip and we were 4 hours to get to Cotswolds or whatever we were talking about. She was asking out my friends in America, and I told her all about you and things like that. And I said, "Now you live in a separate house from your mother, from your wife and everything." And she said, "No," she said, "Sometimes I wish I could live in a separate place from my fella." Like, I said, "Yeah," I said, "But there is a downside. He has to mow too long." And I'm clinging to that one little bit of advantage I have. Everything else, like, go and see him when you want, come away if you need to, and all that. I'm blanking that out.
Sit around with no clothes on all the time.
Yeah.
I know you'll blank that out already anyway.
Oh.
Oh.
Can't take deep breaths because that's painful, and I can't stretch. But sometimes you've just got to do it.
Sorry, man.
It's alright.
That whole time I'm sitting here looking down the left-hand corner waiting to hear Mindfiend fell from a high place, or Mindfiend...
I'm heading for a bed.
Oh, I'm in the nether, yeah.
No, I'll change it for you anyway.
Because you were making the same kind of sound I usually do when I step off of something. Oop, oop. Yeah, I'm staring right in your eyes, pig man. Get out of the way. There you go. Ooh, 2 of them.
Just can't use minecarts in there at the moment. I'm thinking about maybe taking a horse in. Push a horse in and use them.
Oh, I'm gonna fix it if I can. That's one of the things I'm gonna do when I get back from PT today is I'm gonna take a look at the world edit. Actually, well, I guess so, because it actually changes the name. It changes the biome, or the chunk of the biome itself. It changes the flag. So yeah, it should still work even after you re-upload it.
Yeah, but you might imagine the amount of work you'll have to do to redo all the minecarts.
Oh, it's not going to be that big a deal. Biggest part's just going to be getting it to actually load up in World Edit. I'll have to make sure I load the 64-bit version so you can have the full however many gigabytes of memory running. Because it won't even load up on 32-bit because it's too big for the memory.
Right, that World Edit program.
I'm sorry?
I don't know anything about it. Is it World Edit program that you talk about?
It's actually MC Edit, actually. That's the offline single-player version, MC Edit. And that's what allows you to load up saved games, and you can open up the different levels and go in, and you can move the spawn point. You can move characters. I don't think you can tweak inventories or anything like that, but it's mostly for building and stuff. You know, you can copy things. I know there
Yeah.
was a guy I watched there for a while that did that when he moved his world to a different. He moved his world to a different map, and he copied all the buildings he had made and brought them over and reinstalled them in the new.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Oh, who
He was
was
the,
that?
yeah, he was the guy that had the creeper temple. Remember that?
Yes, yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
trying to think. It wasn't Monkey Farm, was it?
yeah, Monkey Farm. That was it. Yes, thank you. God, there's so many people that I used to. Well, I won't say watch, but had them fill up my email box. All right, which way are you at?
At the Hive. I'm just outside the KFC.
Okay. Yeah, whenever I left over here, I bred another rabbit, so there were four again.
All right, thank
And
you.
it's definitely carrots that do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know whether this is going to work or not. It's all right up at the top. It's this bottom bit that's going to be the problem, and then of course the real problem is going to be getting them up there.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be rather difficult.
Yeah, I don't envy any on that one.
Today's date, 15th of
15th September, yep. Not even gonna pretend what it even entails there. It actually looks kind of like a Burning Man version of the robot from the old Saturn V movie.
oh, the Kirk Douglas and Farrah Fawcett one.
Farrah Fawcett one, yeah. That's what it looks like from this angle with that long neck and the little head on the end of it.
Maybe it was because I'd recently seen the black hole or anything, but I just expected that robot to go, you know, sort of like Maximilian on them, and really rather than be used for what it was used for and everything. Chest. Yeah, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to build a dirt ramp to get to get them to the top there. Don't see any other way of doing it. Do you?
Will they come up with you if you're hauling them on a leash going up a ladder? Will they come up along with you?
That's an interesting question.
So I was wondering if you could bring them up there and maybe build a platform up there so you could walk out on the platform and then they'd come up on the platform with you.
Yeah, that's a really interesting question.
But like I said, I'm totally don't know if that works or not. Upset stomach? Need a little
No,
Pepto?
let you pop round and breed them while I'm still working on this.
Food check. Speaking of which.
Check. Thank you. There's hatches, you can just flip the hatches down and go down the side now.
Okay. I want you to be careful now.
Yep.
It's kind of like.
1 second. Oh, sorry, go on.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just going to say hello to the mother-in-law. She's just getting up.
Go ahead. Go ahead.